Good morning. Just making sure I've got everyone here. It is 9:03 a.m. on Friday, April 30th, and today's proceedings before the Board of Disciplinary Appeals are called to order. In furtherance of the Supreme Court of Texas's orders regarding remote proceedings, the Board of Disciplinary Appeals will hear today's cases through a remote connection. If you get disconnected, the proceedings will be paused. We're not going to proceed without you. If there's technical difficulties, you can reach Ms. Jackie Truitt via the telephone number in the chat functions, and we'll post that number in a second. Let me begin by introducing the board. You'll notice that we all have the same background. I'm the chair, David Gonzalez from Austin. With me is your vice chair, Kelly Hinson from Dallas. And I know you all look the same, but if you could raise your hand at that point, Ms. Hinson, so people know who you are. I'll do the same for Mike Mills out of McAllen, Mike Gregory from Denton, Mike Gross from San Antonio, Nancy Stone from Amarillo, Jessica Barger from Houston, Guy Choate from San Angelo, Joe Cleveland from Fort Worth, Bill Ogden from Houston, Cindy Tisdale from Granbury, and Rudy Mattire from Pflugerville. The entire board is present.
Sir?
6 members constitute a quorum of the board, and a quorum is present.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm at a hospital in Texas City being admitted through the ER. And I'm waiting on some blood work right now.
Okay,
Is there any way we can just pause this while I see what's going on here?
No, I'm sorry, Ms. Villa, if you can just be on hold. I need to call the docket. I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
As previously instructed, the board had instructed parties and counsel to submit electronic filing of any potential exhibits. I think there's going to be one hearing that may be relevant to. You still need, just as a reminder, you still need to offer those exhibits to be part of the record. If there's an exhibit that you failed to do so previously, just ask for leave and we'll take that up. If you've got witnesses on this Zoom call, I'm going to ask that you ensure compliance with the rule. The rule will be invoked in our virtual courtroom and they'll be permitted during the main Zoom hearing. But when they're in the waiting room, they're not to watch the live stream, and counsel and parties must not assist the witnesses in violating the rule in any way. We have a court reporter present, and she'll make an official record of today's proceedings, and we'll record today's proceedings for posting to our website. Any other recording is prohibited. I'm going to call through the morning's docket. The first case is cause number 64719, In re Ramon Gerardo Rios. Is the commission ready?
The commission's ready, yes.
And your time estimate, Mr. Berry?
That depends on a lot on Mr. Lee and what he has, evidence he has to offer.
Do you have witnesses?
I do not have witnesses in Mr. Rios cross-examining him.
Okay, and is the respondent ready?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Steve Lee for Jerry Rios.
And Mr. Lee, what is your time estimate?
45 minutes to an hour.
And I think you have 3 witnesses?
That's correct. Well, Mr. Rios, the party, Mr. Stephen Tolan, Mr. Chris Mujica. The other witness listed will not be appearing today.
Thank you, sir. The next case is cause 63668, In re Noe L. Perez Jr. I believe that matter has been resolved, and actually I'm going to remove that from the docket. The next case is 63670, In re W. Thomas Finley. Is the commission ready?
The commission is ready.
Is the respondent or someone representing the respondent present?
Yes, Mr. Chair, my name is W. Thomas Finley.
Thank you. And what is your time estimate, Ms. Cates?
I don't have any other witnesses, so I don't anticipate more than 15 minutes.
Okay. And Mr. Finley?
No, I have no witnesses, Mr. Chair.
So 15 minutes, or what is your time estimate?
Mine is as little as possible, 15 minutes.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next matter is cause number 64480 in Paul Houston Lavelle. Is the commission ready?
The commission's ready, Your Honor.
Time estimate?
10 minutes.
And go ahead, I'm sorry, I might have said your name wrong. Mr. Laval, is it Laval?
Yes, sir. This is Paul Houston Lavelle, the respondent. I am not ready to proceed at this time. I am at the emergency room of Mainland Center HCA Hospital in Texas City, Texas. And it looks like I'm being admitted this morning.
Okay,
And I'm respectfully asking that this be pushed to whatever the next available docket is.
thank you much. Let me finish through calling to the docket and then I'll take that matter up
Yes,
first.
sir. Thank you.
The next case is 65307 Henry Lawrence E. Daniel. Commission?
The commission is ready, sir.
And how about Mr. Daniel?
Your Honor, I am not ready. I filed a motion for continuance. It's my understanding the commission is not opposing it at this time.
We will take that up after the docket call. Thank you. Last case I have on the docket is 64263 Darnell versus Commission for your discipline. Is the commission ready?
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is Doug Lang on behalf of the commission. And one of my colleagues set this up and it says I'm Kathy Richardson, but I will attest to the fact that I'm not. I'm Doug Lang and I will, here we got it. Thank you very much. And so we're ready to proceed with our oral submission we'll elect to take the 20 minutes allotted.
Thank you, Mr. Lang. And the commission?
I'm with the
Oh, I'm so
commission.
sorry. And the respondent, I apologize, Mr. Hood.
This is Jackie. Mr. Hood was having some issues with his audio, so he was gonna log off and log back on.
Thank you so much, Ms. Truitt. All right, that completes the docket call. Let me ask, Ms. Truitt, is it possible to put folks in the waiting room, given that one of the respondents is currently in the hospital? Let me address that matter first. So let me address Laval first briefly, and then I'm going to call the Rios case because there's witnesses waiting. We'll then handle the Daniel motion for continuance. We'll then call the Darnell appeal and then handle the remaining compulsory cases in that order of what they're called. So let's address the Laval matter first. If I can ask folks to be in the waiting room. And I think Ms. Truitt will handle that as we take up 64480 Henry Paul Houston Laval. All right. I call cause number 64480 Henry Paul Houston Laval. Mr. Laval, you had wanted to present a motion.
You're on mute. I'm sorry, sir. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm asking for a short continuance to the very next available docket. I just need to get in and out of the hospital and back in the office to be able to defend myself and put on the case.
All right.
And I apologize that this coming up last minute like it did.
So, Mr. Laval, I don't show you filed an answer in the case as of yet.
That's correct. I had not filed an answer. I sought out counsel who used to work for the commission, and they told me that an answer was not required. I can certainly get an answer on file as soon as I get out of the hospital, but I would like a full hearing on the matter.
Okay. And the commission, what is your opinion on the respondent's request for continuance?
I would not continue so long as the commission entered an order of suspension until the next hearing. Because he has been practicing, it's a criminal conviction. There's no question about that, I don't believe. And I think if a continuance is granted, he needs to be suspended until such time as the matter can be heard.
Mr. Laval, what's your position?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. I'm just having a little trouble thinking at the moment. It's my belief that my 14th Amendment property right and my license is sufficient to be considered to allow for a short continuance with the license in place until such time as we actually have the hearing. I think the rush to judgment here is not warranted in this matter. There is a criminal conviction, but it in no way relates to the practice of law of my clients. And,
Are you currently authorized to practice law?
yes, sir. I haven't been told otherwise.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm asking. And,
Yes,
and
sir.
do you currently have clients?
Yes, sir. And I'm doing everything I can to finish cases. I'm not taking on new cases.
So your position is you would like a continuance until our next docket.
I'm sorry, sir.
Does anyone in the board have questions or for either Mr. Laval or for the commission?
Mr. Laval, you stated that you had sought counsel and they informed you that a response wasn't necessary in this matter?
Yes, sir. I spoke with somebody who had a position with the CDC for quite some time and is in the practice of defending these cases. And she told me that an answer was not required in so long as an appearance was made. But I've got no issue with filing an answer. I just cannot file it from the hospital.
Could I inquire what the condition that's relevant?
You get a chest X-ray.
Yes, sir.
Real quick.
All right. Do you have any other evidence or any other argument you wish to present in support of your motion, Mr. Laval?
Sir, do I have any evidence?
Do you have any evidence or argument you wish to support in your motion? You're the one raising the motion, so it's your.
At this time, no, sir. I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here, which I think should be rather obvious. Okay, what are we doing first? Yes, I am.
You're gonna do the CAT scan. Yes.
All right. I'm going to prefer.
I'm gonna sit you up a minute.
I'm sorry, sir.
Can you please put your phone on mute for a second?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. At this time, I'm going to confer with the board. I'm going to place Mr. Laval, and if I could place the commission in a waiting room, Ms. Truitt. And we can go off the record.